Hi, I'm Tammy Harlan. I'm the Deputy Director of Arkansas Medicaid, and I want to talk to you about your health care. We want to make sure that you have adequate health care, both for you and for your family. We want to make sure that you have a provider that can take care of you, and if you can't get to your doctor, we even want to give you a ride. So today we're going to give you some instructions about your health care, and I don't want you to leave here with any questions unanswered. So before you leave today, at the end of this program, if you have any questions, you feel free to ask. And again, I am so happy that you're taking advantage of this program, and we will now get ready to get started.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Raff. Today we're going to talk a little bit about your health care. We know it can be confusing and even a little scary, but don't worry, we're going to make sure you have everything you need. Let's start with some of the basics. You are enrolled in Arkansas Medicaid. This is a program that helps you pay for your health care. Medicaid pays your doctor or the hospital for taking care of you. Now, before you came today, you were given your own Medicaid card. It's important that you keep your Medicaid card with you at all times. Your doctor or the hospital will need your Medicaid card in order to provide your health care. Do not let other people use your Medicaid card for any reason. Here's something to remember. Not all doctors take Medicaid. Before you get any service or treatment, you need to ask, do you take Medicaid? If they don't take Medicaid, the doctor will tell you. If you still want the treatment, you might have to pay for it yourself, or you can find another doctor who will take Medicaid. So, to review, you have already received your Medicaid card. Keep this card with you at all times. Don't let anyone else use your card. Make sure your doctor will take Medicaid before treatment and services. Everybody who signs up with Medicaid must choose a PCP. That's a primary care physician. Your PCP is the doctor who takes care of most of your health care. That includes things like regular checkups and physicals. If you need special health care, your PCP will make plans for you to see a specialist. This is called a referral. You have to have this referral from Medicaid to pay for special treatments. So, how do you choose your PCP? One easy way is through Connect Care. Connect Care is a program with the Arkansas Department of Health. It helps you find a PCP. It can also help you if you want to change to a new or different PCP. Here's the phone number for Connect Care, 1-800-275-1131. Connect Care can also help you with dental care. Through Connect Care, you can find a dentist, schedule an appointment, and get transportation to the dentist if you qualify. To get help with your dental care through Connect Care, call this number, 1-800-322-5580. Assistance is available in Spanish for finding a PCP or getting help with your dental care. Once you have your PCP, it's important that you get to know him or her. This is important to your overall health. It's also the key to something called your medical home. Your medical home is basically your very own healthcare system. It can be you, your PCP, your friends and family, even your hospital. It's everybody who helps with your health care. A good medical home is about getting you the right health care at the right time. That means you need to listen to your PCP and be open and honest about your health. It's the best way to make sure you stay as healthy as you can. This is also why you shouldn't change your PCP unless you have to. Keeping a strong relationship with your PCP is a big part of staying healthy. Your PCP can take care of most of your healthcare needs, but sometimes you will have a medical emergency. This is when you believe your health is in serious danger. This can be because of a bad injury or an illness that is getting much worse. Here are some examples of emergencies: deep cuts or bleeding that won't stop, broken bones, problems related to pregnancy, coughing or vomiting blood, difficulty breathing, severe chest pains, severe burns, severe allergic reactions where your throat closes up, seizures, very high fever, knife or gunshot wounds. Emergencies can happen at any time, so you need to be ready now. Make sure you have a 911 service where you live. If you do, call 911 if you have a serious emergency. If you do not have 911 service, make sure you know who to call during an emergency. It could be the fire department, police department, or the operator by calling 0. Find out if your PCP has an after-hours emergency number. Call your PCP if you have a serious health problem that is not life-threatening. Here are some health problems that aren't emergencies: a sprained knee or ankle, a child who throws up, a cut that stops bleeding after you apply pressure, a bad cold, allergic reactions that are not life-threatening. It's important that you only go to the emergency room in an actual emergency. If you go to the ER and it's not medically necessary, you will have to pay for it yourself. Medicaid will only pay for emergency care during an actual emergency. Arkansas Medicaid will pay for your covered medical bills. However, Medicaid does not always cover all of your bills. You might have to pay some or all of your bill. You might also have to pay a fee called a copay. Whether you have to pay anything depends on your coverage and the services you get from your PCP. Here are some charges you do not have to pay. If you don't need a service and you don't choose to receive it, you do not have to pay for it. If Medicaid doesn't pay for a service because your PCP didn't bill it correctly, you do not have to pay for it. There are some treatments that Medicaid must approve first. If your PCP doesn't get this approval before the treatment, you will not have to pay for it. Here are some charges that you do have to pay. If you don't tell your PCP that you're on Medicaid, your PCP might bill you instead. If Medicaid doesn't cover a service, you will have to pay for it. If you have a major life change and are no longer eligible for Medicaid, you will have to pay for your medical bills. Sometimes your Medicaid eligibility is retroactive. That means it covers services in the past. If your Medicaid is retroactive, you must tell your PCP when you get your Medicaid card. Otherwise, you will have to pay for those past services. After you visit the doctor, you will get an explanation of benefits in the mail. The explanation of benefits tells you what parts of your visit were covered by Medicaid. This is not a bill. If you do have to pay for part of your visit, you will get that bill separately. If you don't get a bill from your doctor, you do not have to pay anything. If you get a bill that you think Medicaid should pay for, here's the number to call: 1-800-482-5431. Sometimes just getting to the doctor is a challenge. Maybe you don't have a ride or your car is in the shop. If that's the case, Medicaid can help. Medicaid has a program called NonEmergency Transportation, or NET. NET can give you a ride to and from your PCP and other Medicaid services. To use NET, you must first be eligible. You can only qualify if you are on Medicaid and have no other way to get to your appointment. To find out if you qualify, call this number: 1-888-987-1010. 1200 and press option 1. The operator will connect you with the broker in your area. The broker will tell you if you qualify for free transportation. If you qualify for NET, call the broker in your area to set up your ride. You must call at least 48 hours before your appointment. When you call, have your Medicaid card ready. Tell the broker why you need a ride. Tell the broker the name, address, and phone number of your PCP. Tell the broker your appointment date and time. To get your broker's information, call the NET helpline 1-888-987-1200 and press option 1. The helpline does not schedule rides. It will only help with information about your broker and the NET program. If you have an emergency, you should use an ambulance service. Medicaid will only pay for ambulance services in certain cases. If you need an ambulance to stay alive or prevent serious damage to your health, Medicaid will cover it. We've gone over a lot of services and benefits you now have through Arkansas Medicaid. If at any time you have a complaint about your service, your PCP, or anything related to your Medicaid benefits, you can call the complaint hotline. The number is 1-888-987-1200. Then option 2. Be sure to have your Medicaid card ready when you call. No matter what, you have the right to be treated fairly. These are some basic rights that every Medicaid beneficiary has. You cannot be turned down because of your race, sex, or religion. You have a right to get information that you understand. You have a right to be treated with respect by your doctor. You have a right to make choices about your health care or your child's health care. You have a right to refuse any treatment or service. You have a right to see your medical records and to ask that they be changed if they are incorrect. You have a right to appeal if your healthcare services are denied. We hope this video has given you the information you need to make your healthcare easier to understand. Your instructor is standing by right now to help you with any questions. Thank you for enrolling in Arkansas Medicaid. Together, let's make sure that you get the health care you need.